Today on the channel, for the last time, we enter the House of Black with a 1 of 3,000 Jazwares Vault exclusive.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Jazwares Vault AEW exclusive unboxing and review. And today on the channel, we got the 1 of 3,000 House of Black. But for all your House of Black needs, better hit up Jazwares Vault. But for everything else wrestling related, hit up Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. Gotta get a deal out there. In the House of Black, the final time. Unfortunately, as the House of Black has definitely broken up, as Malachi Black is no more, we're back to the Aleister Black days here. And as I'm filming this, wrestling is in my hometown Friday. WWE SmackDown will be there, and it will be Aleister Black's first match back in the WWE. So I'll be live in attendance for that bad boy. But cool to get a House of Black set as a final goodbye. And once again, we get characters that we didn't think we were getting after they've broken up. We've seen the Hardy Boys coming from Jazwares. Now we're seeing the House of Black. Characters that we thought were all over but done with, but getting one last hurrah. It makes sense to get them to the Jazwares Vault. And some people have said maybe this got moved up the chain with Jazwares Vault just because of Malachi Black leaving the organization. Whatever happened, no matter how it goes, I'm happy we got one final edition. Pretty cool packaging. Jazwares does a fabulous job, be it with their Vault exclusives or the Ringside exclusives on the packaging department. Just absolutely next level. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So first, let's look at the shipper box this came in here. Nice cardboard shipping box. Definitely worth keeping if you're a mint on card guy or gal. But looking cool with all the skulls on the front as well. And just absolutely wild. Is this supposed to say House of Black? Is this what this is supposed to say? It's like Norwegian death metal is what this reminds me of. All these crazy band names, you can't even see what it is. But I think somewhere in here it is supposed to say House of Black. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like a bunch of sticks and twigs and stuff. And that's coming from a metalhead. But I'm more of a traditional new wave of British heavy metal fan, a thrash metal fan, a classic rock, hard rock fan. So the Norwegian death metal, the goth metal, some of that stuff, a little bit off my radar, of course. But look at that. Is that not the hardest thing in the world to read? Same thing on the side over here, on the side over here, all that kind of stuff. But see you later. Goodbye. But now we get to the real packaging here. And once again, a fabulous job. Would be amazing to get this autographed, kind of. And we'll talk about it here in a second. But you do got that same image that we saw on the cardboard shipper in the nice, pretty plastic, the white bone, just looking very cool. 1 of 3,000 sticker on this one. Have to imagine a few years from now, this might be worth a pretty penny. Cool packaging design, cool character looks. I can see people wanting to track this one down. We'll see what ends up happening there. And then once again, I think that says House of Black. I think so. Same thing on the side. I think that's what it says. Number 172. Once again, I don't understand the numbering system anymore over here. It's just all over the place. They should have kept it uniform. Now you got all these crazy box sets, Ringside exclusives, Target, Walmart exclusives. Really mixing up the flow of things. At this point, I don't even know it's worth numbering these anymore. But if I was them, I would have said Jazwares Vault has its own numbering system. Be A, B, C, D instead of numbers. I don't know, but something different. But it is 172 for those keeping track at home. House of Black, again, I presume is what that is. Of course, let the light in on the top. You got the jibber, you got the jabber on the bottom. And then on the back, we got 3 masked men. Watch out for them, of course. Dangerous guys. Going to rob a bank, maybe. Who knows what they're up to. But looking interesting on the back of the package. One thing to note is they do have their trios title on the back, except they're gold, where the package, they come silver. So that's a little bit strange as well. But I do like the packaging design. Once again, you do get the power of Velcro. It compels us. And you open up to the 3 characters right there. Of course, Brody King, Buddy Matthews, Malachi. Don't call me Aleister Black, at least right now. Now, I said it'd be cool to get this autograph, but really, you autograph it and you never see the autographs again. So maybe it wouldn't be so cool. Maybe go for their single figures. Who knows? But it looks really cool here. Plain black over here. Nothing going on. And then you get that House of Black logo once again, I presume is what that is. Looking very interesting here, though. It does say Buddy Matthews, Malachi Black, Brody King. All three of these guys, no strangers to the line, as we do know. Brody's had multiples, Malachi's had multiples, but Buddy a little bit lacking behind, and we'll see what happens to Buddy Matthews now that the House of Black is traditionally no more. Would have loved to have seen Julia Hart in this set as a 4-pack, too. I think she's the forgotten force, the forgotten female of the group. Not in the cards for whatever reason there, but of course, going to pop this out. Tape at the top. Hopefully it's best to go in through the top. Uh-oh, we got more tape on the side, too. Usually, you know me, I go in through the back door. I'm sneaky like that. Always slipping it in the back door when nobody's watching, I guess. Something like that. See you later. Shuffle off to the side. And then we get the plastic prison, and we got twist ties to make Todd McFarlane proud as well. A heavy set with these big coats, but look at that. There they are in the plastic prison. We're going to take this offline, get all three of these gentlemen out of the package. We'll be back talking Jazwares Vault, House of Black, 3-pack. All right, got the House of Black out of the package. Let's dive in. Let's start it off, and let's start with the accessories. Now, not a ton of accessories with this one here outside of the title belts. I guess we get the coats and jackets, and it does say 12 pieces included, so it's always the game of let's figure out the pieces. So we got 3 belts, we got 3 extra heads, that's 6, and by my count, you start with 12, you go down to 6, you're at 6. So what are the other 6? I guess you got 3 bodies. That goes 6 minus 3, which equals 3. Now we got to figure out where the last 3 things are, and I guess that would be the jackets for each one. That's 3, that equals 12 in my figure math. A lot different than regular arithmetic. It's figure math. It's a different kind of math. It's kind of like trigonometry and geometry. They're different, but in the same family. Kind of the same thing. Action figure math, just another branch of that as well. But now we're going to dive in here. We're going to start in, and we're going to start, like I said, with the accessories. Let's start with the belts. A little shocked we didn't get extra hands with these guys. I guess trying to keep the cost down a little bit. Obviously, this is a very expensive pack with all the tattoos, all the crazy stuff. So I guess it keeps the price down just a little bit by adding no extra hands. But you guys know me, I like some fists. I like a little variety. It is the spice of life. We're not going to get that here. But we do get 3 trios title belts, first time in the line belts. Now, we saw on the back of the package, it had the gold traditional ones. These are the silver plated. We'll call them silver plated here, which really stand out. They do look really, really nice. But we got 3 of these. It could be a first time in the line, last time in the line belt situation. I guess we'll see what ends up happening. But we get 3 of the trios title belts here. Makes sense. They were the trios champion as well. And speaking of last time in the line, House of Black, you have to imagine, right? I think so, at least. But let's start it off. We'll start with Malachi Black, the new Aleister Black. What's old is new again. We're going to start with the leader of the group right here. And I guess we'll start with the head sculpts. That's what we usually do. So we do get the crazy horn devil-like mask going on here, almost like a pitchfork in between the forehead there, in between both those horns. A very interesting gold mask as well. Looks like he's been dabbling in the mysterious cities of gold. You ever see that cartoon back in the day? It was one of those things that I never remembered. It was from early Nickelodeon, at least in my side of the world. And I had to have been like 2 or 3 years old watching it. And then I saw it again, like, I don't know, 5 years ago. And I like flashed back to being that little kid, something I totally forgot about it. They're flying the condor. They got Coco Petal, the bird, Zia, and all. It's crazy, but it's the mysterious cities of gold. But I'm going to say it right now here. There's a lot of amazing theme songs to kids' cartoons in the 80s and even into the 90s. The mysterious cities of gold could be the top one. If you've never checked it out, check it out. There's also a reboot of that cartoon, which I did watch with my kids, and I think that version might even be better. So shout out to the mysterious cities of gold. Still looking for that gold. If you know the song, but there it is. But long story short, it looks like a mask for the mysterious cities of gold right here. Now the second head, a little bit more Malachi Black, of course. Got a little paint around the eye. Got those blue eyes staring into the soul, of course, like a young Dusty Rhodes. Got the crazy hair, and then he's got the tattoos on the side of his head. I think he went a little too far with that. His little one-man gang homage. Tom McFarlane from the couch today. A little homage to one-man gang right there. But it is an interesting look for him. Got a little bit of a mohawk going on. Got the beard. Looks like Malachi Black. To me, the last versions of these guys, I displayed them in all their garb. I almost want to display this version in their wrestling gear. I'm still torn, though, because it's so cool. It's so different. I kind of want to stick with that. But 2 good heads with this one here. You just got to choose what works best for you. But man, oh man, they got him with that better skin tone color here. He's been spending some time in that Florida sun. Got a little bit better tan going on. And it's just ungodly the amount of tattoos on Malachi Black. One of the most tattooed wrestlers of all time. And I guess Brody King is giving him the fight as well. Just wild, the amount of tattoos. Then you got Buddy Matthews, the odd man out. But man, Brody and Alistair, Malachi, heck of a tattoo. There's just tattoos everywhere on here. Not going to go through all these tattoos, of course, but man, oh man, wild, wild look. Got the gold trunks with kind of that House of Black bundle of sticks look to it, I guess, is kind of what it looks like. We got that going on all the way down to the knee pads, the black and gold attack, down to the black boots with the gold piping around it. It's all about gold. He's looking like a young Austin Powers right there. You do get the big old jacket over the top, torn, tattered, and all kinds of images going on. You got, I don't know what's going on, like a sister, a nun back there or something. It almost looks like a scarf in the front. Of course, it is soft, pliable plastic, but absolutely wild as far as this. You got the hood over the top. Definitely an all-time look, of course. Just beautiful, beautiful looking here. And probably last time in the line, as we did mention, with one Malachi Black. And of course, fits on a ringside collectible stand. Make sure you're getting the Jazwares stands over there at ringside. We will walk through articulation with Buddy Matthews. How about? We'll walk through that one there. But let's dive into his head sculpts first here. The gold and black attack continues. Got the horns on the top as well. Very, very creepy mask. Now, these masks aren't removable too. I should make note of that. Second head, you got Buddy, and he's got the face paint over the top, much like we've seen Malachi Black face paint in the past. Got that orange hair over the top, got the orange beard. Looking very, very good. Buddy Matthews, of course, the guy that's had the fewest amount of figures of the trio. Getting a second one here from AEW, looking pretty good. But both head sculpts look good. Kind of looks like Brian Myers with paint is what it looks like to me. But I like both head sculpts once again. Once again, no tattoos on Buddy. He is truly the odd man out with no tattoos. I wonder if these two ever were like, come on, Buddy, get a tattoo, get a tattoo. And he just wouldn't do it. Not exactly sure there. But he does got the black wrist, forearm, and up to the bicep, I guess, tape going on there. Got the arm sleeve going on, looking pretty good. Gold and black attack with Matthews on the side of the shorts. Got the torn, tattered Muay Thai shorts on here. You got the gold and black attack on the knee pads, and you got the black straight up knee pads down here, or I should say boots with the shin guards there. Looking very good. All black, though, pretty plain. Arms all the way around, of course. Bicep cut, double jointed, pinned elbows. Todd McFarlane playing all the pinned hits right here. Hands back and forth, side to side. Two fists of fury over here, where we did get two gripping hands over here that can kind of double as fists, but two gripping hands over there. You do get the ab crunch, of course, back and forth, side to side. Head removal, back and forth, side to side. You do get the lower waist, back and forth, side to side. You get the old Buddy Matthews splits, if need be, up, down, back, forth. Leg does go up. Double jointed, pin knees, once again. The pins playing all the hits, once again. Yep. And then you get that knee pad, a little tight over the top of that, but it does move. You do get a boot cut, ankles, back, forth, side to side, up and down. The usual articulation right here. And then you dive into his outfit, his jacket. It's always cool with like the spine. Just very skeletal, very creepy, very evil, very House of Black is what it is. But I love the looks of that one, torn and tattered as well. Playing all the hits with old Buddy Matthews. And of course, Buddy married to one Rhea Ripley, who feels like she could fit in this group pretty easily. Maybe even better than a Julia Hart. Nothing against Julia Hart. I think she does a pretty good job, or did a pretty good job at the House of Black. But can you imagine these three with Rhea Ripley? Move over, Judgment Day. There's a new crew on the Hound. It'd be pretty tough to get them guys off your tail, that's for sure. That'd be an intimidating group. Uh-oh, losing Brody's head. Oh my gosh, some heads are going to roll like a young Judas Priest. That's what's going to happen there. But last and certainly not least, of course, Brody King, a guy we've always been trying to get to Brody King's heart. Don't have to today. He doesn't have that locket around his neck. So no, the search for Brody King's heart does not continue in this video, unfortunately. But man, a wild, wild mask. The big skull right there. White teeth on that skull, though, I will say. Got the handkerchief kind of around the neck as well. Got the big thorny spikes up out of the top. Two different sizes. Just absolutely wild. Got the all-seeing eye in the middle of the forehead. Just a epic, epic head right there. Then the second head, all on face paint. He's got the gold. He's got the white. He's got the big black beard. Looking like a demented Norwegian elf or something like that. But who knows? But man, two great head sculpts. And that's kind of the theme of this one. Just a beautiful set throughout everything here. A lot of attention to detail. Playing a lot of hits right here. And the hits continue with the big jacket over the top. Much like Buddy Matthews, you got a little bit of the skeleton remains all in there. Torn and tattered, looking very, very good. And man, oh man, next level tattoo work as well. Just, man, must be just a lot of work for the Jazwares team trying to figure out what all these tattoos are, where they go, all that kind of work. Just absolutely cool. And we've had quite a few Brodies, as we do know, over the last couple of years. Gold and black attack down to the knee pads. And of course, the trunks on here looking very, very good. Articulation can be identical to the other ones. They all have the same articulation. We know that. Getting down to here to the boots, you got the flames going on in the boots, with little white flames looking very, very cool. And just the extra attention to detail here, just between the knee pad and the boot, a little skin showing, and they made sure to get the tattoos in there. So I think that is really, really cool attention to detail. 2 open hands on Brody here. No fist, anything like that. 2 open hands. So a wild, wild look for this guy. The big man of the group, of course, one Brody King. Just a fabulous, fabulous trio set here. Very excited to have this in my collection. Really enjoy all 3 of these figures. I'm going to miss the House of Black, but I'm excited to see what Aleister Black can do once again over there, I guess, on the SmackDown brand. Hopefully doesn't get lost in the shuffle. Hopefully keeps some of his aura. It'll be interesting to see who he feuds with. I got to think Miz isn't going to be a continued feud. Doesn't really feel like it would be a feud. Would love to see him and Karrion Kross square off. I think that would be fun to see. But we'll see. We'll pay attention. We'll see where it goes. And like I said, I'll get to see his first match live in person when he does return to the WWE at SmackDown against The Miz. Report to follow. Maybe, maybe not. But how about some comparisons? How about we go with Julia Hart here? I feel bad for her. She needs another figure here. And this is a sleeper female figure if there ever was one. Fitting in with the House of Black here. Would have been nice to have a 4-pack with her. For whatever reason, not in the cards, of course. But we do got one Malachi Black. We do got Brody, of course. And then we do got Buddy. So, I don't know. It's almost a pick 'em. Which one do you prefer out of the 3 different looks? It's hard to choose. They're very different, but very similar at the same time. But man, fun kind of stuff right here. The creepy side of wrestling, the heavy metal side of wrestling, you can even say that. But I love big figures like Brody King. I love the face paint. I love the mask. I love a lot about this. This is a set that plays all the hits for me, just like the 3 single-carded ones did as well. I'm almost leaning. I don't know if I'll end up doing it, but I almost want to put the regular heads and have them in ring gear and put the rest of this in storage. But they're so cool. I want to display both looks. Who knows? Maybe I wait for a sale and I pick up another set. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It'll probably be sold out by then. But no matter which way you slice it, last time in the line, House of Black, worth a pickup for me. It's playing a lot of hits. It's what I like in action figures and wrestling figures. But what say you? Is this what you like in your wrestling figures? Let me know in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to this very YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. Check out YouTube channel memberships and Patreon for even more content. Your best way to support the channel. You can also check out my brand new podcast available every single Tuesday wherever audio podcasts are found with video cast on YouTube. It is The Kyle Peterson Show. Make sure you give it a 5-star rating. A lot of fun over there. A lot of good comedy. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. Comedy. I thought it was just me telling stories, but maybe a little comedy along the way. But a lot going on The Kyle Peterson Show. Check it out if you have not already. Check out my brand new book, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers line. Available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, or via me if that is your thing. Check it out if you have not already. Of course, SirPaul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and The Kyle Peterson Show at gmail.com. So for the House of Black, one last time, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?